woman that.
Sorry.
Need it from you. Yeah. Crash land in the palm of my hand. Bad little flex wanna play by the coast. Carry the torch, I'm way up a slitty wherever we float. I came from the cold, used to rest on the floor. I stitch up my wounds, was born a soldier. Flipping the struggle, I'm taking it worldwide. Hold it down when you talk to me. Say it is what it's supposed to be. Say it loud, but I mean it too, yeah. Talk that good when you talk to me. Say it nice and I give it to you. You know my word is bond, yeah. What we on now is wild, shit a trip. Life is lit, take a breath, that's it. Now it's wild, this shit a trip. Life is litty, shit a gift.
What up, what up, what up? Welcome to Good Vibes Television. That's right, Gvtv. I am one of three. I go by the name of RL. And tonight I'm here once again with my partner, Mr. DJ PRS1.
Yeah.
And the lovely Savvy E. What's up, y'all? How y'all doing this Tuesday evening?
What up?
Yeah.
Yes, y'all. Yes, y'all. Hey, I'm kind of excited about the individual we're going to be talking about tonight, but she ain't the only individual we'll be talking about tonight. So, other than that, anybody got anything? How was y'all weekend?
I didn't do too much. I had an interesting weekend. Some stuff went on, but I made it through. It's life.
Yeah. Mine was good. I was at the other job, busting behind. Shit. Hell with it.
By yourself.
Busting ass, me and the manager, and we had to wear running shoes and Heelys and shit because niggas just don't want to come to work.
He said the N-word, y'all. He said the N-word.
Yeah, I can't because my mother's the black girl in the family. So, but yeah,
his mother
don't want to come to work. And this is something that's going on everywhere. I heard people don't want to come to work. We got people at my job that just say, "Fuck it, we're not even gonna call. We're gonna just say, I ain't coming in today. I'm gonna keep that to myself and just not show up."
It's a sorry generation.
I swear,
sorry generation, man. Work ethic is poor, man.
My older folks make it to work.
Yeah, the older people, like we got men and women like 65, 66, 67. Get to work and get to work 30 minutes before they're supposed to be there.
Right.
You got these 21, 22-year-olds showing up. They're supposed to be there at 7:30, stroll in at 7:56, 8:03. Like, I'm supposed to be like, you know what, fuck it, I'm just happy you here. Like, damn, dude, you're supposed to be here 30 minutes ago.
Right, and then they had the nerve to hit you. Hey, can I go move my car?
Yeah, like what?
You already fucking late. Come on,
like,
man.
Y'all should tell them, go move it and keep going home. How about that?
Now that would be good if we had extra people to man it, but their counterparts that would fill that position is not even there. So now you got to suffer through the bullshit.
Awful, man. It's awful. I seen a few memes. I want to say one was like this generation, they want a $20 an hour job with a $3 work ethic.
Yes,
I saw
that too.
I'll put that up on the job, but I seen it. I printed it out and I put up on there. And then the other one was like generation so lazy, if their job was sleeping, they would wake up and quit.
Wow.
So it's sad, man. It is truly sad.
What's up, Betraying?
I'm just so happy that our oldest, man, she works 3 jobs, man. She works 3 jobs. So not everyone in this generation are sorry, but I'm just so happy that my oldest is out there doing the damn thing.
And ain't that the truth? Ms. Bertrand said my mom works at Amazon. She's 67 and basically outworks all the younger people she works with.
Man.
The proof is in the pudding. They always do,
Yeah, it's like the work ethic of the generation today.
Yep.
Is like it sucks. It's out the window.
Right. I mean,
that's because their parents had them cooking and cleaning and doing chores as they was growing up. They was giving them Xboxes and cell phones, $600 and $700 cell phones and all that. We had to work for our stuff.
The best thing is wintertime. Come wintertime, these, is when you see who really come out. I have older folks who has to take the mobility, who can't walk too well. They come through the snow and the blizzard and make it in there earlier.
Early, 3 hours early.
Right. To make sure they're on the job and the job is covered. These young folks go wake up the same friggin' time they're supposed to come to work and go, I'm snowed in. Bitch, you were supposed to be up shoveling that shit.
Wait a minute. I'm gonna give myself kudos because I live in Owens Mills and I have not missed one snow day since I've been working.
You see, put your cup up. This is why
the pep cup.
I was putting the age on it.
The pep cup. Yes.
We had that age, Savvy. That's the thing. We had that age. Unfortunately, we're the old young people.
Yeah. So look. So everybody, y'all know they 50. They getting close to collecting social security. So they gotta go to work.
I'm proud.
They gotta go. They gotta go to work because they about to be older than dirt. And they
Look, hey. What am I gonna get my? What is it? The AAP card? I want my card.
AAP card.
Right.
Well, the crazy part, the day I turned 50, the next day the AARP card showed up in the damn mailbox. It was nuts.
I didn't get mine yet. Who I got right? The director, the president of AAP. I want my card.
It's like they gave it to the mailman and they say, don't drop it off on the 15th. That's his birthday. Make sure you drop it on the 16th. Leave it on the dash,
Right.
They held that shit till it was exactly the time. I'm like, damn, it's some bullshit. Then I had Mr. Biden back, my old boss, hit me up, dropped me a text, say, hey, welcome to the club. I say, wow.
Ms. Bertrand said they want jobs that aren't so jobby, that requires them to do work that isn't so worky. That's 100% true.
Man, that's like Candyman.
I've been a few weeks. You got people who just want to say they have a job, but actually don't want to go to work. They just want to be able to talk, have a conversation. Oh yeah, I work here, but they don't want to go to work. They just want to be able to say it, the same face during conversation.
Right.
So Mike said 1 year ago he walked to work in the storm and got stuck at work for 3 days. Yeah, I feel you, Mike.
I remember
that. Like they can't believe you. So you be stuck at work for 3 days. So you might as well bring your clothes with you.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I remember them days.
Right.
So the question is, Mike, who was keeping you warm at your job?
The WWE.
I would like to know.
Who was keeping?
What was your go bag? When you packed your go bag, what did you pack? You had to pack a charger and lotion for Pornhub, and
You know what?
Only you. Nothing.
Crazy.
So y'all. Hey, so let's jump into
jump in the blue table.
So
we're on our blue table.
We're on our blue table. Tonight we're going to talk about Miss Jada Pinkett and how once more she cut her man's penis off and threw it out in the social media world for us to talk about. Last week it came out that during the interview, Miss Jada Pinkett said, it's hard to have sex with someone with Will when you've been together this long. It's just hard to do that, And since she said that,
your partner to know, especially when it comes to sex, it's like, well, if you love me, you should know. Right. You know what I mean? Yeah. If you love me,
you should be able to read
my mind.
Yeah.
Jada Pinkett.
Uh-oh.
I'm about to walk out on it. I hate the sound of it. I hate the sound of it.
You to walk out and show your poly shirt.
Poly dad, baby. I hate the sound of her voice.
Supposed to read your mind.
I hate the sound of her voice. I used to love Jada Pinkett. I used to love her.
But she said that y'all got her all wrong. She came back and made a statement and said y'all should have listened to the whole interview. And the media and whoever, they spent it of course. So
which could possibly be true,
You can't spend that. You can't spend that.
Yeah.
You know, this is my problem with Jada Pinkett. Jada Pinkett, she wants too much attention. You know, I feel as though because she took a back seat so her husband can have the career that he's had and having, you know, she feel like she's missed out and she need attention. You know, she's getting it the wrong way. You know what I'm saying? You don't do it at the expense of your family. You don't do it at the expense of your husband. You know, why are you even having that conversation? That's stuff you keep that shit locked. That's conversations you have with your girlfriends if y'all do have it behind closed doors. You know, a girls' night. You don't have that shit for the world to hear because we're gonna dissect it.
Exactly.
I'm gonna eat
in the position you were in.
Yeah, come on. Yeah, I mean, come on. It's so inappropriate.
Well, really listen to what she was saying. I think she really wasn't saying nothing really negative about Will in the bedroom. She was just saying that it's kind of hard. And I think a lot of times people that have been married for a long time, I really don't recall how long they've been married. Sometimes
over
they get
20 years, 25 years.
Right. Sometimes they get complacent, you know, and they forget that you have to spice up your relationship. You gotta court each other. You gotta date. You gotta do some things. You gotta come outside the box. You know, you gotta spice it up. You know,
right.
You know, do a date night where, like, do a date night where you act like you're going out and meeting her for the first time, meeting her at the restaurant, all kinds of stuff. You gotta spice it up, throw some stuff in there. You know, you can't just keep doing the same old boring thing night after night after night. Because the Negro
hold on. You can't expect for a brother to be inventive, creative, and approach you like it's a new thing where you keep wrapping up the same presents every day. You need to do something.
No, I didn't just say, wait a minute, time out, flag on play. I didn't say just him. I said, I'm talking about both, the partnership.
No, I agree with that, but
one person to do something you're not.
But so Will ain't talking.
Huh?
But Will ain't doing the talking. And if you take a look at Will Smith, Will is happy as hell with Jada when she's not cheating on him.
But you know, both of them was doing little things. She just her business just got put out there.
Because she can't control her hoes.
Right. So and he can. So that's the difference. He can. They paid them off really nicely, so they not talking like, oh boy. Look, oh boy got caught up and his feelings was hurt, so he wanted to throw all of them under the bus. So,
damn.
But see, Will got women. They satisfied. You know, they probably get a nice little check. They probably still seeing them, whatever the case may be.
Damn.
But you know. But if that's true,
I don't know if that's true, guys.
What I'm saying is, if it's true, he has control of his situation.
Mm-hmm.
They know not to disrespect the queen bee.
Right.
And if that's because the thing is, in Hollywood, it's not uncommon for the spouses or man and woman and man, or man and man and woman to have an open relationship. What's the two older couple? They're no longer what is Ozzy and they was always in the Spike Lee movies. Do the Right Thing, the mayor and the older woman.
Mm-hmm. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. So look, they had an open relationship. They and they had no problem with it as long as you don't get anybody pregnant, you don't get pregnant, and you don't bring anything home, and they don't disrespect me. You got a lot of couples, and they said it was like, we're both attracted to people. It doesn't mean we love each other less, that we attract other people. We respect one another. This is something that we're comfortable with doing. And that's fine. But you never heard, or even though they're gone, you don't hear anything about their love life with outside of their marriage. And that's what I'm talking about. Ozzy Davis and Ruby D. Thank you, Mikey.
Oh, yeah.
You ain't never hear anything about it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sure there's plenty of other couples who are doing the same thing, but you don't hear anything about it. Jada keep coming to the fucking table and keep emasculating, keep cutting this man penis off in front of the whole world. Like, this is Will Smith. You know what I'm saying? Like, why are you doing this to this man? because you need attention. And it's women like her and Aisha Curry and Wendy Williams. They just need people to look at them and be like, they don't even care what kind of attention it is.
You
It
said
could be
women
negative.
like you said women like and Wendy Williams in the same sentence.
My apologies. That's a man. You know. I was watching an old episode of A Different World with very young Jada. Even from watching her character on that show, I had always had a feeling that she was sort of a control freak. I believe the whole open relationship thing was her idea. I don't think it was something he necessarily wanted. Don't no man want an open relationship with his main woman.
What's up with Tyler?
Well, I mean, we can beg to differ because we had somebody on here a couple of weeks ago that her man didn't have a problem with having an open relationship.
Yeah,
that's something. We talk about a porn star. That's something totally different. We talk about
you talking about her man. You said man. You didn't say her. So some men they don't mind. It's a lot of men out there that don't mind their women going out doing whatever they're doing because they're going out doing what they're doing.
But remember now, we're in this generation where we can't just say man now. We got to say man or women.
Men or women, men or women.
You know how relationships go, men or women,
or it, depending on the bathroom. Yeah. But at the end of the day, I'm telling you, if a woman, first of all, should no woman give a man the option of an open relationship? Because this is how us men think. Right. We forget that you are our woman and you have now became the bestest friend in the world. You have given us an option. And we're going to go out and we're going to explore those fucking options. Exactly. And I'm telling you, I'm going to tell you what happens. I'm going to find an option that I may think is better than you. And I'm going to have a hard time figuring out who's the queen bee.
Or not only that, or that going with what you're saying, you get the option and they think that the option is better than them.
That's going to be it. Yeah.
Especially that causes a problem because,
especially if you ain't trying to jump on it like you used to. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Well, what's up? We used to have sex 3-4 times a week. Nah, babe, I want to give you a break. I know you tell me you be swollen and you be sore and, and I just want to give you a break that way. When we do become intimate, what I'm saying, you good to go. But she know you. She know you jumping up and down in that Maserati every chance you get, and you flooring it because it stays full of gas.
Mm-hmm. I think, and once you go that route in a committed relationship, it's no longer committed.
It's not. You committed to fucking around.
Right, exactly. You no longer committed. You just took a committed relationship and made it an open relationship.
Yeah, I agree.
Right.
I don't think
part of the commitment is I'm committed to you, and that's it. That's it. I'm committed. I don't believe
Will was cool with that.
The whole basis of marriage is that I do not see anybody else besides God and you. That's it.
Yeah, let me tell you something.
You were saying that you don't know if Will, sanctioned that, but nobody asked Will. That's the whole thing.
Because Will's smart. Will knows not to talk about it.
Nobody had an interview and asked him what did he think or how he feel or whatever the case may be. But you got to realize Jada has a open podcast where she has conversations. So basically what she's doing is really just having a conversation about the situation. And we as people, we're taking it out of context. Because it's just like us. We have conversations sometimes about certain things. And if people, wanted to spin what we said, they could. So she's just doing the same thing. It's just that a lot of people are caught up in their feelings about this whole thing with this young man. And the thing about it is, the reason why we so caught up in it because she's celebrity. People does that stuff all the time. And they don't get no whatever. So, I don't know.
What? Are you serious? I'm
dead ass.
Man, let me tell you something. That shit last summer, when she described her situation, what was it? It was
the entanglement.
Entanglement.
Right.
I said she done lost her fucking mind.
People have entanglements all the time.
No,
and just like she Jada Pinkett Smith It's a reason why, and the boy was who he was, and the way the situation was, yeah, it was messed up. But people had that stuff all the time.
But she, you know what? My thing is this: she should know better. You got the position that she's in. You have, and it's not young ladies, because young girls don't look up to Jada Pinkett. You know, I don't believe they ever did. I believe maybe teenagers that watch A Different World and maybe something else that she was in. Right now, we're talking about these women out here in the world who believe the bullshit, believe the hype, and believe that they can get away with the stuff that Jada Pinkett is getting away with. I fought Will Smith with that because I would have came on an interview right behind her. I would have shut that shit down. I let everybody know who the motherfucking King Kong is. My nuts is sagging and dragging on the ground. That's none of that bullshit. It's nobody's business. And Jada won't be speaking on that shit again. And Will have not done that. And that is a problem. That is a problem. That's why she keeps stepping out of line. She keep on saying shit, putting her foot in the mouth that she should know better. Now because you got a whole lot of women out here who believe this goofy shit and think it is okay to act like a Jada Pinkett or Aisha Curry. These individuals are putting on a show for the world. For the world. Will Smith is allowing Jada Pinkett to act like a fucking fool. Because if he ever, now granted, the man, if he ever left her, he's going to give her $100-some million, right? But she's no longer relevant. She's no longer relevant. Don't nobody want to see Low Down Dirty Shame 2 or Jason Lyric 2. Don't nobody want to see that shit. Nobody want to see her in the new Matrix next month. Don't nobody want to see her. You know what I'm saying? Now what you got against Miss Curry? Miss Curry better stick to those goddamn cooking utensils, her curry products. They want too much attention. Too much attention.
Yep.
Will definitely is.
So I'm gonna shine the light from another angle though. What if all of this is just a storyline? Remember we were talking about this is stuff you don't air in the public. These are two grown people. These are two people that's big. They got, they're grown. They got sense. They got a lot of people, telling them what to do in the background. What if this is just all publicity shit? You know what I mean? Just to stay relevant, just to stay on the top of the media thing. It could be one of them things. As you say, Will not saying anything, but he's in the background. He the one film. This is all a script. What if that's what it is? Because it's the media.
It could be.
Yeah. They know what sells. They know what keeps them relevant. They know what gets them the likes. They know what gets them all that stuff. That could be what it is.
See, the thing, like right now, we're talking about it. That's keeping it relevant.
Right. Tune in next week, folks, when we'll find out that I cheated on my wife with Savvy, right? And Savvy cheated on me with Ramon.
We ain't gonna do that shit.
Yeah, but that's the kind of stuff that goes on. We like,
it won't be no tune in next week. That fucking show be canceled.
A whole disclaimer comes up. The show has been canceled. First spouses.
Y'all should be dead. Yeah,
that should be over, man. So if they, let's say, because that was the whole thing behind last year with the boy August. That was a whole publicity to get his music thing back and going, back out there and high. And I like the song Entanglement that he did, right? I thought it was cool, but I'm not, one of my favorite couples. I have a few famous couples. Sam Jackson and his wife, Angela Bassett and Courtney Vance, Denzel Washington and his wife.
Yep.
Okay. I love them. I love them. And what's my name? My man Don Cheadle.
And J-Lo.
Fuck them too.
I was just joking. Who do you say the last three person was?
The Rock and Kevin Hart.
Don Cheadle and his wife.
Okay, yeah.
I have a lot of respect for them. everybody know who they are. They can't go in the grocery store without someone stopping or staring or taking a picture, you know. But they know
Damn.
what's important. You know what I'm saying? They know what's important and they know what comes first. And they hold that true, you know, and
Right.
that's the example that, you know, the world should look to, you know what I'm saying? Not that they're perfect, because they're not perfect,
Right.
They're not right.
but they're not airing their dirty laundry.
Right.
And they're not good role models for relationships.
You know, it's crazy. It's crazy, you know. But you know, you take a look, like you go back, Denzel and Paula, yeah. You take
Yep.
a look, you go
And
back
correctly.
30, think about 40, 50 years ago, and go back to Ozzy and Ruby D, right?
Right.
Well, back then, you know what I'm saying, even though they was doing their thing, they had respect for what they saw from their parents, their grandparents, their aunts and uncles. Today's society, you know, you got a lot of people, and I'm gonna say it again. I've been saying it for years. You got a lot of people playing house.
Mm.
Yeah, you got a
Definitely.
lot of people
We
playing
gonna
house. Yo, having kids and living together, accumulating bills together,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
but don't want to get married. And it's like, you
Right.
know, something like, how 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 is he or she good enough to have children with, live with, accumulate finances with, go through hell, good times and bad times? You say you love them, but they not good enough to be your spouse. And that's the part that just killed me today. It's like, damn, you just slobbing and sucking up and down on old boy making love, but he ain't good enough to be your husband. You letting her sit on your face with them nasty pubes and shit, but she ain't good enough to be your wife.
Right.
It doesn't make any sense to me.
right.
You know what I'm saying? Why play?
That's because you got sense. Because if you didn't have sense, it wouldn't make a lot of sense. But a lot of
That,
times,
right. And that's
people,
because
the stuff
you're
that you
thinking
just
with the right
said,
head.
right, the stuff that you just described, that's how people are looking for relationships now. You know, they're not looking for that commitment. They're not looking for that friend. They're not looking for. I heard somebody say that relationships is not about love. Like he weren't about love. He weren't about everything else. And it's like, wow,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
you know, because that word, even in just basic friendship, family, that word is
Right.
very important. So when two strangers are trying to build a life together and you saying that love don't take a factor in that worries me.
That's a
Right.
problem.
Right. Right.
That's a problem. But everybody want to be loved, though. Ain't that some shit, though?
Right,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
right.
But
But
everybody want
don't
to
know
be
how
loved.
to though. They don't
Mm-hmm.
they don't know they don't know the sacrifice. You
Right.
know, people get over people like a pair of shoes. Like these shoes are worn out, I'm gonna go get another pair. They don't try. They don't do anything. That's why relationships these days last like what 6 months to a year. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say, they don't last longer than the pregnancy.
Mm,
That's right.
They
People
don't
put
last longer than the
finances
pregnancy.
before the love these days. Yep. That's true.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, you see it all the time. You see
Right.
it all the time. You
So
know.
I mean I heard this morning, and it was weird that I heard that this morning. So there's a big difference between like and love.
mm,
Liking somebody is, a feeling, but they say love is more of a decision. To love somebody, because I don't have to like you to show you love. If you understand what I'm saying,
mm,
you know what I mean?
Hmm.
Because you driving down the street, you see these people on the side of the road, wanting stuff and putting their hand out for money and stuff like that. Me giving you, let's say, a packet with a bottled water, a old toothbrush, not an old toothbrush, but a toothbrush and toothpaste. I give you that on my way going up. I just gave you an act of love. That's an act of love. You know what I'm saying? But it was a decision I made to show you that. I just showed you some love. And somebody said that this morning. I was like, you know what? You always say, okay, so love is a feeling, but it's also a decision that we make to when that person said, I don't have to like you to show you love. I was like, you're right. But liking somebody is different because you like that person. You understand what I'm saying? It, it
Hmm.
it it went a little bit deeper, and I was like, oh wow, I never thought of it that way. And it's weird that I heard that this morning before we talked about it tonight.
You know,
Yeah, man.
like is a word that you can kind of get over. You know,
Right.
I can like something today and don't like it
You don't
tomorrow.
like it
Love is
tomorrow.
right. Love is something much deeper. It's an
Hmm.
emotion that you feel much deeper. And so my thing is, I was listening to somebody and they were talking about relationships. Excuse me, guys. Relationships, and the person was saying that I can like you. I mean, I can love you. We can be in a relationship and I can love you. But you can make me mad in that relationship and I might not like you. But that don't mean that I don't I mean like you, but that don't mean I don't love you. And that makes great sense. There's times when I was in a relationship where that person made me mad. And today I don't like you. But that don't mean I don't love you. That don't mean that
or I don't have love for you.
Right. It's just that like feeling of that day, of that moment, what we're going through. I don't like you, Dave, bro. Don't play with me. But I still love you. Because I ain't gonna let that
and it's weird because I'm 50 years old and I just hearing that this morning and I was like, wow, I never looked at it from that angle before. You know, I never thought of it from that angle. You know, it was like, wow, that's crazy. You said I love you. You told me you love me. You put too much weight on it, man. It's not that. I like you a lot means way more than the love part. You know, yeah, and because the thing about it is when that person said this morning, hey, it was love is like a decision you make. And I was like, I never thought of it like that because I'm liking somebody, but I don't have to love you. But, you know, it was like, wow. But I'm like,
that's because we don't stay true to our religious principles. You know, when you go to church and stuff, you know, for those who are in a religion, you're supposed to love thy neighbor. You're supposed to love one another.
Mm-hmm.
Our kids to love thy neighbor, love their classmates and their teachers. What we teach, you know, but we don't teach them at all that. So when they go to school, you know, as little people, they see friends or they see this person and they want to be liked. So we put a lot of emphasis on being liked, and instead of putting the emphasis on maybe I should love the people around me.
Right.
And therefore love will be shown towards me. We put emphasis on the wrong L word, and a lot of that is it's the fault of the elders, you know, because we don't teach our children to love thy neighbor, even though we make the little asses go to church, and we say, oh, the 10 Commandments, and you gotta this, you gotta do that. You know,
said, he don't even know his
but
neighbor.
You know, I agree with that, but you gotta be very careful with that because you don't, like he was saying, I know he's making that as a joke, but you don't know who your neighbor is. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So you really have to get to know that person. And I'm not talking about deep down and all that kind of stuff, but you gotta say hello. You know, you gotta make sure they okay if you don't see them in a couple. You know, if it's snow outside and you know you have an elderly person, let's help them shove that snow. You know, that's an act of love. You know, that is action of love. We always say love comes in this relationship type. No, love is a very big variant, you know. And that's why I know people, I was having a conversation with a young lady one time and I had this conversation with my brother a lot and some other people. I said I'm very careful when I tell people I love them. And I'm very careful when people tell me they love me, I'm very careful about answering them back. A lot of people that know me notice when they say to me, I love you, I used to go,
oh, you ignorant. Ooh, you
no,
ignorant.
it's not. No, it's not. It's not being ignorant. It's you have to be very careful with that word because that word is very deep. We look at it as a very surface word, but it's not. And you made a great point when you said about people when it comes to religion. A lot of people don't have that spirituality and that religion thing about them. But if you do and you really read up on that word the way a God or Allah or Jehovah or whatever name you want to give him, the way he demonstrates his love for us as people is very beautiful. And we don't know how to do that because we put stipulations on love. You see what I'm saying? I love you because love. You're doing this for me. I love you but that's not love. I can do anything for anybody and I don't have to love you. Like you said, it's the kindness of my heart. Love is a very deep, deep word. And we got to be very, very careful. So when I do stuff like that, it's not the disrespect. It's because it's like you don't even really know me to really love me. You know, because when a lot of times when people get to know you, they don't like you and they don't love you. You know, so I'm very careful. Now I have a very close friend. Her name is Maria and she lives in San Diego. She used to tell me she loved me for years. And I think we were friends for like maybe 10 years before I said the word. And the word came out of my mouth like it was nothing, like it was everless. Because it took me that long to realize that I really love this woman. You know, and we're best friends and she's like my sister today. So that's why I'm very careful of who I tell I love. Because one thing my grandmother always say, when you let somebody in your house, It's like letting somebody into your heart. So when I tell somebody I love them, that means I really, really mean it. I'm very careful. Now, I might like you all day, be cool with you, but that love, I have to take that word real, real careful because people don't know how to use it.
Look, so Miss Bertrand says she's just like you, right? I'm gonna need y'all to just change or tweak it. Okay, look, someone say they love you, don't do just say, oh, that make my heart feel so good. Yeah, don't shit on the person
It
completely.
is
You know what I'm
not.
saying? Because you're gonna
I
go
don't think
from
it's.
mother
I don't think
loving you.
so. Because I'm not a mean spirited person. I can be mean now, but I'm not a mean spirited. It's just I take that word very serious. So it's
but
very hard for me to tell somebody I love them.
just tweak it. Don't say just say, oh my goodness, thank you, you made my day, and then hurry up
Okay.
and walk away. But don't say because when you walk away, I'm liable to throw I don't know,
So
goddamn stapler at your ass. Like
don't.
Shout out
But
to Mr.
okay,
Holmes,
I'm gonna take your
Mr.
advice
Watson.
and do it that way. All right, I won't say.
oh my God. Hey, let me tell you, that is like the worst thing in the world. I've never had it happen to me, but I've heard stories
Mikey said he's been waiting
where
for years for Savvy to say she loves him.
tell us that.
Hey, keep bringing me them cupcakes. You might get that word.
The worst thing in the world is when you express yourself to a woman and, and they give you I like you too or
Yeah.
I love you but just not in that way. I say like a little brother or yeah, that's like
Friend zoned.
the
You've been
front
friend zoned.
man. You want to just punch Shorty in the eye like I'll take the charge.
You'd
And when
rather
the
she don't
cops
say
come
nothing.
get
Look,
me,
you rather she don't say nothing because at least you got hope. But once she says, that's it. It's a wrap. I'm friend zoned. God
yeah.
damn it! Flag on the play.
And what's messed up is if you know the dudes that she's been dating are sorry as shit.
Right.
And it's like, really, bitch?
Right.
You're gonna
I told you I
friend
love you.
zone
You
me.
gonna give me the friend
zero
zone
and get
with
with
them
the
clowns over there?
You're gonna friend zone me.
Right.
And you putting money on this nigga books. Like, really? Of all people, it's my money I'm giving you to put on this nigga books,
and you
you
putting
friend
cream on
zoning
this guy? What the hell? What you mean you putting cream on this guy?
You know what I'm saying? Like, look, man, it's like oh my God, man. I mean, you talk to people, and it's not just women, because you got a lot of guys out there that have some real peculiar taste in women and want to wife up some interesting young ladies. My homeboy, he go back 20 years, right? He was I'm gonna say a name and everything because I don't care for the young lady. So the chick name, right? She in the neighborhood, and I mean she's a little older than us. So my man, he kind of talking to her, but she kind of rough around the edges. You know what I mean? So I'm like, my man is a clean cut, kind of pretty boy, right? So I'm like, I'm kind of curious, why you messing with this thug? She look like, remember Yo-Yo when she first started rapping?
Yeah.
Sort of like that. It's kind of rough, you know what I'm saying? Come to
Nice
find out, no. She all right, so she and come to find out, she just came home from doing like a couple years in jail, right?
Damn.
So they messing around and stuff, and I'm trying to figure out what it is because I know it can't. I mean, the sex could be amazing. So they wind up having a kid, and he trying to do the family thing. She don't even want to take care of the kid. I'm like, yo, but he's
So
still fussing.
Yeah, that'd be dead.
She was the dude, and I'm looking at him, and I'm trying to figure out. Yeah, that's what we're gonna call him today, because that's what the community would want us to, speak as what they are, or whatever it is. But I couldn't believe it. I'm like, yo, why you keep trying to wife her up? She's going back to jail. She's on the corner selling dope with the boys. I'm like, yo, what are you doing? And he had a good girl. It was a good girl from his church.
Damn.
That wanted him.
But he won't rescue you.
He wanted the
Yeah. He won't rescue you.
It's awful, man. It's awful, man. I never got that. And so it's not just women who make these very interesting decisions when it comes to mates. You got a lot of dudes out here that just, they just dumb. They just dumb. Maybe he like hood chicks in the same way.
Hey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can keep them hood chicks.
Right.
You can keep. Let me tell you something. If you're from Baltimore, and you've been in the city, I'm gonna say something. You know I'm telling the truth. When I would meet a young lady and she would invite me to her house, depending on what her zip code is, I knew whether or not her house was going to smell like raid. And if and if I thought that there was no need of me going. No, I don't do hood chicks. I don't do hood families.
Like oh my
I
God.
don't. Yeah, I'm sorry. I look at your zip code and I'm like, I
So
know raid. I know.
You judging the book. You judging the book.
You judging the book.
Damn right.
Yeah, you judging the book.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Presentation is everything.
Motherfucking right.
You say
I'm a man. I'm a man. We are visual creatures.
So
I don't play
you
that.
met a young lady, right? You didn't meet her around her way. You met her whatever, and she's very pretty or whatever, very attractive to you. And she told you what her address was, and you went in your mind and said, "Oh, her house is going to smell like raid." But when you took a chance, wait a minute, you took a chance and went there and saw something different.
Saw something different.
Yeah.
What that she was actually the guest and the roaches own the house? What?
Never mind.
What? I
knew the roach line was coming.
Let me tell you.
Everybody in the hood did not have roaches.
I know the roach line was
Everybody in the hood did not have roaches.
That's a motherfucking lie.
Okay.
Right. Not everybody in the hood had roaches, but some of them had some big motherfucking rats.
Oh yeah, they might have them rats. Oh yeah. Most definitely on that one.
Look, check this out. I swear to goodness. Look.
Mike said, Cole, you stupid.
When y'all get a chance.
Lindsay, tomorrow you won't get cursed out at work because we got a lot of hood chicks at work.
Oh shit.
I'm off tomorrow. I'm off tomorrow.
Yeah.
Well, look, I'll remind them because I'll come in there with my sign.
Look, if you don't believe me, ask my wife about when she told me she lived somewhere. When she was like, she said, I didn't know where I wanted to live. I was going to live here. I was going to live there. Ask my wife what I said if she would have lived on New York Avenue. If you don't believe what I'm saying, I'm not just saying shit for cracks and jokes. I'm dead ass serious. Your zip code matters. It matters, man. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Damn right. Let me tell you something. You go in somebody's house, right? You already know what your crib is like. You go into this chick house, and you already know that the zip code is notorious for roaches and rats and goddamn gun violence and crack vials in your backyard and shit.
Right.
You take off your jacket. You lay your jacket down on the couch, and y'all go away and go into the kitchen, right? Well, 2 hours done gone by. You come and you get your jacket. You put your jacket on and you go home. You in your car, you thinking you done had a good evening. You get to your house, you take your jacket off, you get in the shower, you get out the shower, and you walk past your jacket and you realize, holy shit, I transported some roaches from her house to my house.
Well, if that's the case, you should have saw them while you were there.
Oh, where's bed bugs?
You know what I'm saying?
Hold up. Let me defend the bed bugs. Bed bugs don't have nothing to do about a person having a dirty house. Anybody can get bed bugs. So
negative.
Yeah, anybody can get bed bugs. Anybody. Bed bugs are tragic. How did they get? Wait a minute. No, seriously. How did they get in nursing homes?
They like have some jump around.
How do they
roach?
Right. So they don't have nothing to do with a person being dirty.
Bed bugs have the same passport as roaches. We're not even going to do that.
No. Now you're being ridiculous. You're being ridiculous, sir.
Oh man.
Being ridiculous.
Man.
No, bed bugs don't have nothing to do about a person being dirty, but yeah.
Hey, so let me throw this at you then. What do you do when you send your kids to school and the kid that your child is good friends with get all of a sudden have lice? Ooh, baby, come on, baby, come on over here.
Right,
come on over here. Because they dirty.
No.
They dirty. They dirty.
But you're talking about bed bugs. Lice and roaches are different. Bed bugs are something totally different, and they get in clean places as well because of traveling.
They're insects. They have the same passport. I love you, Savvy.
You should be a defense attorney. You need to be, arguing the facts. You're in the wrong field, bro.
No, hey, look, so
he just put bed bugs, roaches, and hood chicks in the same category.
Right.
Do not discriminate. That's what the world is about.
You forgot lice.
You know, a lot of hood chicks hating on your ass.
Don't discriminate. That's the problem in the world with discriminate. Let's go ahead and put everybody in the box together.
You just on the whole hood chick situation.
How they end up in hotels? Because they nasty. They go and do the nasty in these hotels.
It's from traveling. Oh my stars. It's from traveling.
They look, let me tell you something. You got these nasty people who don't check their luggage when they leave their zip codes, and they carry these roaches to these nice hotels. And these roaches jump out in these hotel rooms because the hotel is nicer than the house they were stationed at. And they don't want to leave.
Oh my God.
Damn. I can't believe the time went by so fast. It's already quarter after.
That's because we was talking about Jada Pinkett and roaches.
I'm just so lucky I have not grown up in his era of time. I'm so glad I'm older than him.
Wow.
And speaking of that, everybody, I want y'all to know that I'm the baby on the show. They got me by 8 years.
Lie, no damn 8 years. He is
generation gap.
I'm 42. I'm 42.
I'm gonna see your driver's license when you come back to work. You're lying.
I'm 42. I'm gonna show you Thursday. Don't get mad because y'all 2 high school generations ahead of me.
Look, I'm not mad. I'm one of them women. When you ask me my age, I don't be like, "Oh, you should ask a woman." No, I say I'm 50 years old.
Right.
I earned to say that I'm 50 years old.
Damn right.
So I'm not ashamed of my age. Not at all.
Damn right.
Look,
I'm glad that the wife. Thank you, wife, for making me, because I'm carrying this cup everywhere.
Yeah.
I'm going to stores and be like, "Hey, y'all know I'm 50. I'm happy."
Exactly.
There you go. There you go.
Discount. I need my discount.
Right.
I ain't mad at that.
I ain't get mine yet, Reagan. I don't understand.
I need my discount. Yep.
Shoot, I need all my discounts, all of them.
In the lines of Will Smith, I make this look good.
You don't make it look too good. Y'all got your woman out here acting a fool. Poor Will.
Yeah, I think that she needs to stop. I think she just needs to she already embarrassed that man, so she needs to sit down. She really did.
The whole family weird. The whole family is just weird, man. And I'll be honest with you, in the beginning.
Thank you, Miss Patran.
I used to look at Will Smith, Jada, and their family like, damn, man, look at them. They are power. Look at their kids. You know what I'm saying? The pursuit of happiness. I'm like, damn, they doing it. And then all of a sudden, it's like they took the blue pill and turned. And it's like, what the fuck happened? Like, wait a minute. You got it. His son. He ain't even a sex. He's not a male. He ain't a female. He's a plant. He's a plant.
Did you say a plant?
He's a plant.
Okay.
You got the young lady who is an Amazon. She don't believe in shaving her armpits.
But she shave her head.
But she shaves her head.
Right.
And she don't wear deodorant.
Thank you, Regan.
I was waiting for her to say,
Hey, Regan. Hey, Regan.
Like, I waited for her to say,
what you just said. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly why I posted it.
Mm-hmm.
I put "love you, Savvy." I'm gonna say here if she was gonna say
Mm-hmm. That's awful, man. Can you imagine after giving a woman what you thought was the best sex in the world, and you whisper in her ear, "I love you," and she said, "Mm-hmm."
Yep.
Oh, I say, just deflate a man, just kill him.
Right. Or she lean over to you and go, "Let me borrow $20 to
Like, get out.
Let me borrow $20 till next week. He's like, oh man, that's that damn meme.
Can I borrow that 20?
Yeah, that's that damn meme. They got that meme when people go over and whisper to people, like, let me borrow $20 till next week.
Now, I will say there's a couple that I have admired for over 30 years,
Well, thank
and
you.
I'm glad they're going strong, even after some a situation. But I got to give it up to Bill and Hillary Clinton.
The Obamas
Okay,
too.
you hit me with that one. I think I got punched in the gut with that one, huh?
Right.
I got to give it up to Bill and Hillary Clinton.
Yeah, he already went through what Monica and dirty ass dress.
Yeah, but it was how she handled it.
Mm-hmm.
It was how she handled it. And I ain't saying, look, marriage, relationships, all that stuff, it's not perfect. Some things may happen. It's how you handle the situation.
Right.
Take a look at how Jesse Jackson, when he got that girl pregnant back in the late 90s. Right? Yo, his wife stayed mum. You know, when Jesse came home, she was giving it to him. But she ain't put herself in the limelight. She didn't make it about herself, because when something go wrong in your relationship, it ain't about you. It's about us. And that's the problem that a lot of people have. Is like, oh my God, he cheated on me. It's the worst thing in the world. He just betrayed my trust and all that. I get that.
Ain't like anybody want a Hillary ass anyway.
Mikey, there's something wrong with you, Mikey, back in the 90s. Hillary was just thick, man. Hillary's just thick. She looked like that Grim Reaper off of Nickelodeon now, though. But she was just thick in the 90s, man.
Not Nickelodeon. Oh,
yeah.
Throw some slime on her ass. It'd be just like the brand new, some orange slime. But yeah, man, it's how you handle your situations. You got couples that have been together 30 and 40 years and probably been through hell, but you don't know about it. You know what I'm saying?
Because a lot of people air their dirty laundry out.
Yeah, how many kids bury a parent and that parent is left behind, and they talk to that parent about life, and they said, well, baby, that wasn't for you to know, but me and your father, we've been through hell. Your father did some stupid things, and we had to work through them, because when we got married, we meant till death do us part.
But see,
nobody's
social media is what changed a lot of stuff. People would tell the neighbor, or they tell a little tiny group of people, and that was it. But now with social media, people get pissed off and emotional.
Oh my God, that's the worst thing in the world.
And then regret shit later, like, oh shit, I shouldn't have said that shit. You know what I mean?
It's too late.
But people post shit and emotions now, and it goes out into the worldwide. So you got everybody reading this shit. You know what I mean? That social media plays a big part in the way relationships are played out now. It's crazy.
My grandmother used to always say, like, if you're in a relationship, like a long-term relationship or a marriage or something like that, and stuff go wrong, keep it to yourself. Because if you're not ready to do anything about it, like leave, and you can come and cry to us all day long. But if you're going to keep going back, what's the point? If you're going to stay there, work it out. Go get counseling, do whatever you got to do. But don't tell everybody your business. Don't put everybody in your business. Keep your marriage or your relationship between you and that partner. Now, the only thing I don't disagree with is if that person is abusive. Mentally,
social media, and Maury. Yep, Maury did it too.
Yeah, he did. But I think when a relationship is mentally, physically, and emotionally abusive, then that's a whole nother story. But if it's certain things that you think that you can handle and you can deal with your partner, that's between you and him. And like you said, it's not about you. It's about the unit.
Right. That's great, Mikey. Mikey said, in the early years of my parents' marriage, I thought I was going to become an orphan. But now they're 53 years strong.
Hey, Mikey, I gotta see. Hey, Mikey, I got something to share with you. I met your father. He's a good man, great man. Let me tell you what your father said. Your father said the only reason Mikey is here is because I forgot to put the condom on. Sorry, Mike. You weren't even supposed to be here, Mike. Say, got to put the comment.
And if he ain't here next week, y'all know why.
Cole,
Mike back in the backyard.
Cole, you stupid. I'm waiting for the comeback comment. I'm waiting for the comeback comment.
He typing his ass off. Boy, he probably burning that Android up.
Yeah,
man, breaking that Android. Mikey probably got a flip phone.
He got a flip phone.
You know how to get to that letter. You got to press it 3 times. You got to press the board 3 times to get to that letter.
Get the letters to spell out.
Yes. Wait a minute.
Mikey, they hitting you hard.
Why I saw somebody last week with a flip phone, like one of the old.
Wow.
I'm looking at him.
Here come.
He got a flip phone. You see how long it took him to write that, right?
You see, he didn't even finish it.
Right.
I love you, Mikey. You my man. Woman one, hold it down, baby, all day.
We know who not getting no cupcakes. You're off the cupcake wagon, bro.
That's all right. That's all
right.
He's
off the list.
Right.
That's all right. I ain't want none of them Hey, look, I ain't want none of them cupcakes anyway. What the hell icing is that thing putting on them fucking cupcakes?
You know what? Don't start. Do not start. Whatever, man. Whatever.
That's right. Anyway, Ramon, wrap us up.
Yeah, I see we at the 56 minute. Hey, PRS, what you got going on, sir?
Not much. I still got, Trinity Spice FM's on. I'm gearing up and working on getting another show. Also on the 27th, we have the Knock a Thing tour. Myself, Ramon, and maybe Savvy may show up for it. It's going to be on Harford Road. I don't have all the information, but we'll post it out there. But we're going to be out there watching Mr. Raymond Ramnarine perform with his band, Delina Dan. And Raymond's been on the show before with Nilet, talking about their song Good Vibes. If you remember that show, he's going to be here in Baltimore performing on Harford Road. We'll put that out there. I'll put the information down below. Also, talking about putting the information down below, put your comments in. If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you subscribe to our the Gvtv on YouTube. Help us. If you want to support us and you love us and you want to support us, hit that subscribe button. Let's blast this YouTube algorithm so we can get some, stuff going on. And finally, probably even get paid for this. But so far, we've been doing this stuff for free, But other than that, I got Trinity Spice FM's on. I got Trinity Spice FM, my podcast, Trinity Spice FM's Island Brunch. That's gearing up for another show pretty soon. And I'll have Savvy just take over and talk about what's going on with her and the other spinoff to this show that we got.
Yeah, so the other show is Good Vibes Taking It to the Street. Matter of fact, one of our guests is coming on soon. He was watching us. How you doing, Mr. Eric Holmes? That's our next guest coming up. So we got at least 2 more episodes that we had before we finish for the season. It was a trial for the summer. So I hope you guys like it and enjoy it. And if y'all do, we're going to bring it back in the summer.
Yeah. Hope you guys love it as much as we do.
Yeah, we have fun doing it. Yeah. So, like I said, I was taking a break from Savvy Events, coming back strong next year. Got some things in the works with that. I'm still doing my management thing. Got 5 people under my belt right now.
Wow.
So glad about that. Still working with Mr. Elliott. He's still out here doing big things. I have a project coming up with Mr. Tony. Thank you, Mr. Tony, for hiring me again to help you with the show December the 16th. I got the date now. And it's a fundraiser to raise money for children that, their parents, didn't have a lot of money, during the pandemic and probably can't get some things for, Christmas. So like I said, I don't celebrate Christmas, but I love a good charity. So I'm in charge with someone, along with a guy named Calypso. Shout out to Mr. Calypso. We're doing the fashion show part of it. So y'all should come out. Get y'all tickets. It's going to be on my page. Look out for it. Fundraiser, guys. Let's do it.
Right.
That's what's up. I don't want to talk about what I got on. I want to talk about what's been going on this last weekend. My 16-year-old played in the city versus Poly game. They lost, but he had a great game. This Thursday, my baby girl should be turning 10. So excited about that. My oldest boy, AJ, his senior inauguration is this week as well. Okay. The oldest, my 23-year-old, we was talking about work early and all that stuff. I'm so proud of her. She worked 3 jobs, hold it down. I mean, she's a great young lady. And then the baby boy is a phenomenal young man. He's just an incredible spirit to walk around the house and make everybody feel great about being alive. That's what I got going on in my life. I want to thank everybody for tuning in to another episode of Gvtv. Until next week, peace.
Yeah, we out, y'all. Have a good one.
Need it from you, yeah. Crash land in the palm of my hand. That little flex wanna play by the coast. Carry the torch, I'm way up a slitty wherever we float. I came from the cold, used to rest on the floor and stitch up my wounds. Was born a soldier, flipping the struggle, I'm taking it worldwide. Hold it down when you talk to me. Say it is what it's supposed to be. Say it loud, but I mean it too, yeah. Talk that good when you talk to me. Say it nice and I give it to you. You know my word is bond, yeah. What we on now is wild, shit a trip. Life is lit, take a breath. That's it. Now it's wild, it's shit a trip. Life is